live, ready to go. It's been a while, huh? It's been a while since my last stream. I do apologize for that, you know. Life gets in the way sometimes. I've been more focusing on like writing content rather than recording content or streaming. But I'm going to try to do a little bit of everything moving forward. So what that means is I've committed myself to 2 days a week of streaming. So that means Mondays and Thursdays from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Time. I will be streaming here on Twitch on this channel. So definitely drop by if you have some time during your week to do that. But if you don't have time, I'll always post the VODs on my YouTube channel as well, so you can always catch all of the replays on YouTube. So I'll definitely keep up with that. In terms of pre-recorded content on YouTube, I don't know how much of that I'm gonna do. If I find myself with some sort of motivation to do something offline, and then upload it to YouTube rather than stream it, then I'll do so. But for now, my main goal is mostly to stream and then record or upload the VODs to YouTube. So that's what YouTube is going to be, more like the place where I post all my replays, because it's still more or less the same content, right? You just have a little bit more of other things, right? You have me interacting with chat, you have me taking breaks and things like that. So obviously it's not exactly the same as a YouTube video, but in my opinion, I think it should be just as fine as well. Yeah, so like I said, I've been focusing a lot more on my written content. I have 2 articles out already, one about Jessica Sahili, one about Best of One Arena. So definitely check those out on Card Knock Life if you're into that. Hey Brian, how's it going, buddy? Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, but yeah, 2 articles out. If you're interested in either Jessica Sahili in Modern or how to win in Best of One on Arena, go ahead and check out cardknocklife.com. You should see my articles on there. And I've also joined a new website called jundamout.com. It's a content website, and I plan to be writing a few pieces for them as well, maybe doing some video content. Not exactly sure, but that's going to be planned for the next few months. So we'll see what happens there, but I'm optimistic and I'm looking forward to that. So, how are you doing, Brian? If you're still here. We got some spicy decks on the agenda today. You know what? Doing all right. That's good. That's good. I'm okay. I'm okay. I had a pretty relaxing day. I'm on break right now from my my graduate degree. It's winter break, so there's not much to do. But are we firing a comp or friendly? Oh, it's definitely gonna be a comp. I always do comp. If there's something like a lot of people don't know about me, but this is basically one of the biggest reasons I play Magic is to get the glory, right? So I play Magic so that my name gets posted on WotC's website, or some big name writes an article and references my deck list, right? That's the big goal for me. Obviously, or you can make it. I make it big myself in some sort of tournament, right? But the idea is the glory. Yeah, all the glory. So the only way we can do that is to 5-0 a Magic Online competitive league, which I did 2 days ago. Actually, I think it was 2 days ago. God, time just warps in my head. It might have even been last night. I don't know. I can't remember. But I built a Mardu Death Shadow brew with like Bedlam Reveler and Death Shadow and all this stuff. And actually 5-0'd a comp league with it. So hopefully that gets posted in the next deck list dump. But that was a really sweet 5-0 that I talked about on my Twitter. And maybe I'll stream it down the road. But I need to figure out how to tune it. So I don't want to like come back here and like 0-5 with it or something. Sometimes you get the 5-0 and it's like it doesn't necessarily mean the deck is amazing, right? So you got to keep tuning, got to do all this stuff. So I do that kind of stuff behind the scenes, but sometimes it's important to do it, during the stream as well. But what we have in front of us here is a deck based around my favorite card in Modern, which is Bedlam Reveler. If you're not familiar with this card, It's basically, you know, in most scenarios, it's a 2-mana, you know, enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, creature, and you have the rest of the deck to basically support this instance and sorcery synergy. How many bolts? 4 bolts, my friend. 4 bolts. Wait, whoa, are you talking about Mardu Death? Yeah, 4 bolts in Mardu Death Shadow. Yeah. That is the minimum I will watch. Best of luck. Yeah, oh yeah, Jordan. We got 4 bolts here today. This deck looks like you'd used a couple Infernal Reckoning in the board. I swear to God, I swear. If you say that one more time, I'm going to mod someone, and then I'm going to get them to ban you. No. Much love, Richard. Much love. Yeah, so Bedlam Reveler is essentially my favorite card in Modern. I'm like, so how do I make this card work? Well, I think the Grixis colors are really good, and I'm thinking, like, do I want Arclight Phoenix in the deck? And that was, like, my next way to upgrade the deck, but I'm thinking, I don't know, everyone's kind of gunning for Arclight Phoenix right now. I don't want to be too reliant on the graveyard. I don't know. And I like Snapcaster Mage because it helps grind against some of the more aggressive decks and some of the more mid-range decks. Like you never run out of gas. Basically, you always have the extra piece of discard, extra piece of removal, and obviously you have K Command Snapcaster Mage, which is a great loop. So I don't know. I might be approaching the metagame wrong, but I really like Snapcaster Mage. So mod me. I'm sure nothing wrong will come from that. No response. I'm sure many things can go wrong from me modding you. But anyways, moving forward, we're going to do a modern competitive league with this Grixis Reveler build. I added 2 Thing in the Ice instead of Young Pyromancer because there's a bit more bolt in the format, and Young Pyromancer synergizes really well with Manamorphose. It helps you bounce your Snapcaster Mages for extra value, and we're already running a ton of cheap instant sorceries, right? So we'll give it a spin. Sideboard is pretty, I don't know about stock, but it's just like, you know, it's got a bunch of good cards for the meta, right? We have Anger of the Gods for Dredge, Surgical Extraction for Dredge, and other graveyard strategies, Molten Rain for Tron, Valakut, things like that. Crackling Drake if we expect graveyard hate from the opponent, like Rest in Peace, we trim a couple Revelers, maybe a couple Snaps. Abrade is for like humans and also KCI. Collective Brutality is for mostly burn, but it's good against like Storm and Control sometimes. You keep saying Mardu. Do I keep saying Mardu? Oh god, in my mind, like that's all I can think about right now. Mardu, that Mardu Death Shadow deck I was playing the other night. But no, you're right. This is Grixis Reveler. Grixis Reveler. Let me say it a couple more times. Grixis Reveler. I'm excited for you to win game 1 with Thing, watch opponent's board and Surgical for Phoenix and get increasingly more confused. Yeah, right? For sure. That's the goal here, right? Maybe you can even trick some people into thinking you're on Phoenix. And then we have some counter spells here. So Rejection is for KCI, Tron, and some of the affinity style decks. And then you have Dispel for like Control, because sometimes Hand Disruption is not enough. Like you need to just like resolve a Reveler through some counter magic with Dispel, which really helps. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into it. Welcome back. Thank you, Longclaw. It's been a while, right? It's been a long while. Thank you for jumping back in here, though. Wow. It's been a couple months since I've seen you, Longclaw. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, here we go. Here's that beautiful 5-0. 2-1, 2-0, 2-0, 2-1, 2-1, 5-0. That's the one trophy I have this season. Mostly because I just stopped playing Magic Online. I'm playing a ton of Arena. The issue is my crappy laptop is not good enough to stream Arena. So I can play Arena and I can stream MTGO, but I can't stream Arena. So maybe one day in the future I will get a better streaming setup, and you know we can stream some Arena. But until then, we're gonna rock some Magic Online competitive leagues, and we'll do that with Grixis Reveler. Yeah, I'm basically out of ticks right now, so let's hope we don't burn all of our remaining play points in the coming matches. Alright, let's jump right in here. Awesome, winning the die roll, always a good start. This looks like a fantastic hand. So one of the changes I made was no basic swamp in the deck, which could come back to bite us, especially if we're against an aggressive matchup. But you know, I think this is going to be a pretty easy keep here. You know, you're competing against Alabama versus Clemson for my attention, right? Look, I have no idea about anything sports related. I am the worst person to talk sports about. I mean, I guess I know that you're referring to sports, so I guess I know something, but I basically know nothing. So, do apologize for my ignorance there. We're going to get a Blood Crypt here, although maybe we should actually get a Watery Grave, right? It's going to let us go double cantrip next turn. We're going to take a lot of damage from our mana base, though, but I think it's worth it. There's not a lot of burn in the format right now. Looks like we're up against, let's see, this is Amulet Titan. Amulet Titan, that's the words I'm looking for. So what do we care about? We don't really care about EE. What is Sky Shroud Ranger? You can put a Lanka from your hand onto the battlefield only as a sorcery or a Walking Ballista. Well, we have a lot of removal for Walking Ballista, so don't care much about that. Let's just go ahead and slow down my opponent's development here. Having no counter magic in the main means a Resolved Titan is kind of game over. Magic is a sport now, says Watsy. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Magic is the best sport. #1 sport. Okay, so this is going to be one of those matchups where, like, not having a fast clock might come back to bite us. Like, you know, you don't really need to outgrind. Another Reveler. Not great. So I think what we want to do here is first fetch a Steam Vent. And I want to Thought Scour first as to not screw up my Scry with Serum Visions. And I think I'll leave a black open. Wow. Yikes. Yikes. Look at all these Revelers. Alright, so next turn we could actually cast a Reveler, right? Is turn 3 Reveler going to be good enough, though? So we can leave the Manamorphose on top. We could also leave the Faithless Looting on top. We could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Manamorphose is 5. Faithless Looting is 6. And then we cast Bedlam Reveler. It means we're giving up a Snap Thoughtseize. But I think both of these are going to be a keep on top. And we can still go, we can still go Snap Thoughtseize next turn. Good to, oh man, you guys are being so nice in the chat. Happy to see it, happy to see it. So I imagine my opponent's just going to play a bounce land here. One, two, three, 4. Actually, we have 5 already in the yard. So technically we didn't need that Faithless Looting, did we? Okay. Although, if we flashback Thoughtseize, we will need the Faithless Looting. So I guess that's okay, actually. Hopefully we don't draw more Revelers, though. Those are going to be, coffee? Nah, you're a tea guy. What are we drinking? This is water in a mug because I don't know, I'm extra like that. No, it's just the tears of his enemies. Oh, not yet, not yet. We haven't crushed anybody just yet. But I hope we will. Hope we will. Yeah, it's just water. It's just water. Oh, gotta harvest those tears. Yep. Oh, I am alive. Hey, Fran B. I forget how we said we would call you. I think we just said Fran, right? Yeah. It's good to see you. Yeah, I'm alive. It's been a while, I know. But we're going to try to stick to a schedule here. I'm going to try to do streaming 2 times a week. Mondays and Thursdays. That's the goal. So I think I actually want to save the Manamorphose for next turn, because that'll allow us to go looting, or Manamorphose into looting into Reveler next turn. And this turn we just take a turn off to Disrupt, and also get Snapcaster Mage into play. So I think that's fine. We can take, I don't know, whatever is most threatening for my opponent's hand here. I guess we take the Walking Ballista. Don't really care much for an EE. So now we have a clock and play, kind of. Yeah, Fran would do. Yeah, good, good. Have you been? It's been a long time. Whether it's magic related, not magic related, how's your life been? Talk to me. There's a gemstone cavern. Did my opponent find something to do? No, I guess, yeah, bounce land doesn't make sense here, does it? So here we want to make double red, right? We're going to go Manamorphose to double red so we can looting. Yeah, I mean, obviously 3 Revelers in hand. I guess we can faithless looting first, right? Because then we can Morphose into. Yeah, that actually seems a bit more exciting to me. Wow, holy crap. Okay, let's discard double Reveler. Let's go. Let's go blue, red, and well, actually. Let's go red, red. Okay, and now we can set up maybe for next turn, Reveler. So my opponent's going to. It's interesting they didn't transmute Teleria West this turn. Is it worth even thought seizing? They have 1 new draw, right? They have 1 unknown. I take an EE that's like not very good at all. I don't know how excited I am about this thought seize at all. I'm one of your favorite pros. That's so kind, considering I'm not a pro. But I appreciate it. Appreciate the sentiment. Oh, God, so playing this Reveler just doesn't feel so great. But I don't know. I think we just need to like apply pressure as fast as possible. So I think I'm just going to run it out here. And yeah, this is fine as well. We have a K command. We have looting. We can K-command back a Reveler to apply faster pressure. We can K-command an Amulet if it hits the board. Alright, Forest is down. Interesting. Looks like they maybe transmute Teleria West now. Okay. Interesting they didn't do it last turn. Very interesting. I wonder what they're getting here. It's got to be like Summoner's Pact. I guess they didn't want to expose it to hand disruption. That's fair enough. I guess the question is now how I want to approach this next turn. Got a lot of decisions. Obviously depends on what we draw, but we want to maximize the amount of damage we deal. So, I kind of want to lead on looting, just see what we hit. So, we can discard both lands. I don't know how much we need lands right now. We can Thought Scour ourselves, bolt the opponent. Or we can hold up Bolt in case they play like an Azusa. But we want to maximize amount of damage dealt in the next couple turns. Alternatively, we could hold up K-Command, discard the Thought Scour. Let's see, we actually probably want to fetch up a basic mountain, so. Ooh, Dylan, Hovey, thanks for the follow, man. Thank you, thank you. If you're not familiar with Dylan, he's also a streamer. Really nice guy. I've caught his streams a couple times. Mostly just like lurking in the background, but He's a really cool guy. Streams a lot of Death Shadow. Definitely check him out if you like watching these types of decks on Twitch. So the question is here: do I like what do I do with K Command? What do I do with both? Like I want to maximize the amount of damage I deal. I want to set up for maybe killing my opponent next turn. So this will be 6 damage. They go to 12. I can do K Command, return Reveler, deal 2 to you. Because they'll only have 5 mana next turn, unless they play an Amulet. If they play an Amulet, now even with Amulet, I'm not sure they can really go off. So I can K Command. Yeah, I kind of. Oh, Salabit, thank you for the follow. I think I actually want to K Command right now. I think that's going to put us in the best position to win. On maybe like turn 6. Return target creature, deal 2 damage. So the discard here, not very relevant. And next turn, like Bolt. Bolt could get there. Right, this is 7 damage. They go to 9. So like Bolt plus Faithless Looting should be lethal. Yeah. Unless I'm miscounting. I could be miscounting here. They'll go to 9. Wait for his pack, dude. They can kill you with Amulet, bounce. They can kill you with Amulet, bounce land, and Titan. Can they? So the Amulet costs 1 mana. That's only 5, right? That's only 5? It's 5 mana? What would waiting for pack do exactly? What am I missing? He's got 4 mana right now? I don't know, maybe I'm missing the line. Maybe am I punting the game away? You guys tell me. I'm not sure what waiting for Pact would do. Alright, that's a blocker. That's not the worst. EE for 2 maybe. EE for 2, sure. Plus a land. Okay. So they can blow up Snapcaster Mage. If you find a Souza, you could kill she on first land trigger. Yeah, but if my opponent is pacting for Azusa, I think I'm in a pretty favorable spot anyways. I could be wrong though. So here, definitely want to shock that in. Bolt that, because it's going to block the Bedlam Reveler anyways. We'll play this other Reveler. Now we can draw. Let's see. How much blue do we want to keep up is the question. Probably both of the blue mana. Because we can like Serum Visions into a discard spell. Alright, so I guess we Manamorphose for like, well, this is tough. This is tough. So if I Manamorphose into a Bolt, they're dead. The issue is we don't get to choose our mana until we, you know. So we've gone through 1 Bolt. We've gone through 2 lootings. We've gone through only 1 discard spell. So is it more likely we want to create black or red mana with the Manamorphose? And we've gone through quite a few cantrips, so I'm definitely not making double blue. It's either red or black. I think I want to make blue, black. Fatal Push. Fatal Push is... that's 1 off. So let's go ahead and Serum Visions here. I guess creating red goes for the kill, but black means we are more likely to disrupt them. Inquisition, a little late here on the Inquisition, but I think we bottom Inquisition at this point and we top Snapcaster Mage because it's another Lightning Bolt. Let's go ahead and Fatal Push. Oh, that's 2 off, right? We're 2 off here. Red for Hope. I mean, we're not dead even if they resolve Titan, right? Oh, that was dumb. I guess now I didn't even make them. I could have just Fatal Pushed the Bedlam Reveler, and now they don't even have to crack EE. Yeah, that was dumb. And that would have put me at 8 life. Could be relevant. Not sure. They would use up 1 Gemstone Cavern. Yeah, that was a bit sloppy. All right, so they're gonna Pact. But again, without an amulet, I'm not sure how Titan kills us. Azusa, alright. Could they produce 2 blockers this turn, maybe? Interesting. In which case we have the Snap Bolt, but... Alright, 5, 6. Alright, Primeval Titan. Sure. They've used their land drop this turn. They don't have an Azusa in play. Azusa. Played their second Gemstone Cavern. And I think my opponent's conceding here. We're dead. How are we dead, guys? What are you... We just won. What? I mean, I'm not saying I played that perfectly, but come on, guys. Come on. Give me some credit here. Okay. Definitely want the 3 Molten Rains. I don't know if we should expect, like, Relic out of their deck. Do you guys remember what their sideboard looks like these days? They're on, like, 4 Path. Like Rurik Thar, all this weird stuff, but I don't know if they're running like dedicated graveyard hate other than Bojuka Bog. Like, should I be bringing in these Phoenixi? I definitely want to trim a couple Reveler. So we have 4 bolts to kill their little creatures, so I don't think we want too much Fatal Push. It was bad Amulet Titan. Are you saying my opponent punted that game away? I think it's possible. It's definitely possible. We want these Molten Rains here for sure. I don't want to change the deck too much. There's an argument for a couple Dispels. Dispel can hit their Pacts. Pros always love bringing in Rejection against Amulet despite being so narrow. I'm not sure how good it actually is, but they love it. Yeah, I think if you have a lot of stuff to take out of your main deck, then like Rejection is serviceable against Titan, but otherwise, like our deck is pretty stacked with playable cards. I don't know if I want to bring in Rejection. I'm thinking Crackling Drake might be reasonable in this matchup, but it's 4 mana. That's a lot of mana. That's like a turn later than a Reveler could really be. But the thing is, I don't want to get destroyed by like Bojuka Bog, especially if they have it naturally in their hand and then they just like replay it a bunch of times. I don't want to lean on Revelers. So maybe I just want like 2 Crackling Drakes and Dispel. And Counter Magic is a little better without the Bedlam Revelers actually, because we don't have to discard it. We have Snapcaster Mages. So I think this will be fine. It's funny, we just basically just sided out all of the Revelers, but I think that's going to be okay. Okay, Thing in the Ice with double Manamorphose, that could be pretty explosive. The issue is we're not very interactive. I think it's still a pretty good proactive hand, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it. Opponent going down to 5. It's always a good sign. Let's see, they scryed to the top. So depending on what we draw here, we might actually just want to save this Thought Scour for post Thing in the Ice. I guess it definitely just depends what we draw. Ooh, Faithless Looting. Yeah, that's actually perfect, right? That's a turn 3 flip Thing in the Ice. Here we can get a Watery Grave tapped. Ancient Stirrings. See what my opponent finds here. Gemstone Mine. Not bad. Developing their mana. Radiant Fountain. Okay. Yeah, so I'm actually going to save these cantrips here. Another Steam Vents. Just go ahead and get this Thing in the Ice down. So we know they at least have one more land. The question is, are they going to go like land into Azusa here? Because that could be pretty good for them. You know, these types of combo decks, while they do need, you know, cards in hand to function, Skirt Tribe Scout, yeah, we're going to just bounce that away. It's definitely going to slow the opponent down. Bolt. Bolt is good too. Bolt is good too. Let's just go ahead and start here. We'll make a blue and a red. Blue, red. Another Thing in the Ice. Oof. That means next turn we flip 2 Thing in the Ices. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in. Oh god, I didn't think about EE though. EE is kind of scary, right? Now I'm putting all my eggs in one basket here, basically. If my opponent just goes like taps Simic Growth Chamber for EE. The question is EE still in their deck post board? Trinket Mage. Well, that's not a card I'm happy bouncing, but how is Burn right now? Thinking about making it modern and icy, trying to decide between that, Amulet Titan, or Tron. Burn is, I don't know, it's okay. Burn is like always okay. But I think there's just decks doing more powerful things right now faster. So like sometimes you're gonna get KCI or Storm with your Eidolons, and sometimes you're gonna get the more dirtly decks with just your Inevitability. All right, so they still have EE. That's not good, which means we need to find a discard spell immediately. Tormod's Crypt, that's fine. I'm going to start with, no, actually, I guess we should start with, maybe I should crack fetch here to minimize the amount of cards in my deck. I know it's like pretty narrow, but maybe, you know, so I don't draw the Blood Crypt or something like that. So I guess we lead on this. We go blue and a red. Blue, red, Molten Rain. Molten Rain slows down their ability to cast. Yeah. That's a pretty good one, actually. Wow. The question is, do we want to Thought Scour my opponent or myself here? They have a Tormod's Crypt here. I don't know how excited I am about Thought Scouring myself. So burn is okay. Yeah, burn is more than okay. Like burn is always okay. But I'm not knowledgeable enough about the meta to really make a claim like is burn good or not. I don't know. It's just one of the decks that's like always good. All right, looks like my opponent did not want any more of this shenanigans. But yeah, that was a pretty sweet sequence there. Drawing into Molten Rain was nice. Let's see. Magic Online doesn't like us anymore. Won't let us see the next card in our deck. That's okay. There was 4 burn decks in the top 8 on SCG Modern Classic. Yeah. I find that there's like an overabundance of burn at Star City Games events. I don't know. Like I run into burn way more at Star City Games events than I do online. But obviously metas are different and things like that. How would it be in the local meta? In that local meta. So when you say that local meta, oh, my local meta has a lot of GBX and Blue-White X. Pretty good. I would say burn has a pretty decent matchup against those decks. It depends. Like you can build both green-black and blue-white and their variations to be able to beat burn. You know, like you can play like a lot of timely reinforcements, blessed alliances. You can play collector brutalities. You know, it's one of those decks that if you want to beat it, you can usually you know, maximize your odds to do so. So it kind of depends how your local meta is building those kinds of decks. But in general, you should have a pretty reasonable matchup against those types of decks. Probably a little bit more than 50% game 1. I would say you're favored against both of those decks in game 1. Hope that summarizes it, you know, pretty well. Obviously, there's very few absolutes, but you know, I would say burn is okay. All right, look at that. On the draw, 0 lander, classic. Let's go ahead and mulligan for some lands. Yeah, that's way more reasonable. Inquisition, kind of like that on top. Yikes. Yikes. Here we go. Okay. Do I want to fetch up Blood Crypt right now? Probably. How quickly are we dead here? Oh, it's blue Tron. We might not actually be dead. This is bad Tron. All right. Gotta love bad Tron. Well, probably just want to take this Thirst for Knowledge, which is their gas. Woo Tron, yeah, but it's bad Tron. Everything's okay. Interesting. Do I want to go Manamorphose right now? Do I want to save it for potential Thing in the Ices? I don't think so. I think I want to make blue and red mana here. I guess I'll lead on Serum Visions. Thoughtseize. Alright, a little punished. A little bit punished. I definitely want the 3rd land. Do I want the Faithless Looting? I don't think so. Let's just go ahead and bolt here. Be efficient. Stock our graveyard for Bedlam Revelers to come, hopefully. Don't give him too many turns. Blue Tron is deceptive. Yeah, of course. Obviously, with any Tron deck, you want to apply pressure, right? So next turn, we might want to go Thoughtseize. We might want to go Snap Inquisition. Depends what our opponent does here, right? They've had 2 draws to top deck, like a Karn or something. That's Karn, all right. Okay. That's Karn. Mindslaver, Trinisphere. What? Wow. Am I just giving my opponent Mindslaver here? Because they can cast Trinisphere. Ugh. But if I do Mindslaver, then I'm forced into Thought Seizing, and then they just down tick and they get it anyways. So basically, K Command is one of my few outs. I think I just have to give them Mindslaver here. Yikes! Yikes! Okay. What do I lead on here? Maybe I just go Thought Scour myself. Like, there's an argument to deploying Snapcaster Mage here, but I'm not sure I want to do that. K Command, that's perfect. Hopefully my opponent downticks. Downticks Karn. Gets that Trinisphere. I guess we definitely take the Mindslaver here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so we can bolt Karn to try to whittle down, especially if they -2, because then we can kill Karn and kill Trinisphere in one go. The issue is if they top deck blue mana, they can actually bounce Trinisphere maybe. Alright, so they're going to... Okay. They're going to get that Trinisphere. Going to cast that Trinisphere. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Expedition map, okay. Sure. I guess they want to, obviously, yeah. And then we bolt the Karn right now. And this will be a nice little 2-for-1 next turn, kind of. Although Karn obviously generated a lot of. Ooh, and we actually binned. No, we binned Reveler, but it's just not worth it, right? Thing in the ice. Okay, well, I think we're pretty forced to do this right now. Destroy, deal 2, red, black, black. And now if our opponent floods out a bit, we might actually be able to set up a board advantage. The fact that Thing in the Ice doesn't die to Spatial Contortion, nor does future Bedlam Revelers, which we are equipped to cast now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We were pretty well off to cast it anyways. So what land can my opponent get here with Expedition Map that could be annoying? They could get Academy Runes, and then if they have a blue mana available already, then they have the Mindslaver combination. That will take at least 2 turns though. Opponent's going to make me sweat it out a bit here. That's fine. Okay, well. He will find Academy, yeah. You hate Tron? You're preaching to the choir. Preaching to the choir. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Tron, but it's just like, as a modern player, that's just something you have to live with, especially if you play fair decks. It's just like, that's why I'm running, you know, 3 Molten Rain, 2 Ceremonious Rejection in my sideboard. That's just how it is. Alright, looks like they found Island rather than... Okay, so we know they have Rift in hand. Like, Thing in the Ice is not very exciting considering they have Rift. At the same time, though, like, what's our alternative play? We could go Snap Thoughtseize to set up for Thing in the Ice in a couple more turns. Yeah, that's not unreasonable. Obviously, if they have a counter spell here, that's going to be pretty rough for us, like Condescend. I'll do Thoughtseize because even though Inquisition is going to save us life and we know we have targets for it, you know, my opponent could have some Ulamog in there or something. I don't know. Alright, sure. And this could hopefully clear the way for a Thing in the Ice flipping. Tron is life. Yeah, there are some people that, you know. Oh, God. Well, I think Rift is cheaper, so we probably take the Rift, and it's easier to play around Aether Eyes. So, I guess that's what we're doing there. Obviously, Thing in the Ice is not a very fast clock, though. But it gives us the opportunity to top deck some more discard. Although, I guess, no, yeah, I'd definitely take the Aether Eyes here. I mean, sorry, the Cyclonic Rift. There are some people who love Tron. A few good friends of mine, actually. And, you know, they're people too. They exist. But I think in Modern, like, there's so many different decks. If you can just, like, find joy out of one of your decks, you know, like, more power to you, you know. Alright, we should still have a basic island in the deck, right? Hopefully they don't have like a Crucible of Worlds here. That would be kind of insane. Okay, no Crucible. Another land. Do we play it out or do we save it for Faithless Looting? I think we wait one turn. Yeah, these bounce effects are real good versus Thing in the Ice. So I think we still know two of the cards, right? Oh, got another Field of Ruin. Okay. Another Lightning Bolt. Watergrave is down. Blood Crypt is here. We have one more Steam Vents, I believe. Yeah, we have one more Steam Vent, so let's go ahead and play out this land now. I wonder if they're on like Shadow of Doubt and I should just be fetching right now. I have seen some weird Tron lists with Shadow of Doubt. Alright, looks like they're not. Although they could still be, right? So, Field of Ruin, Urza's Mine, so we know about that. Uh-oh. Ugin. Ugh. If they -2 it, we'll double bolt the Ugin and we're kind of at parity. But yeah, it looks like they're just going to go for... So... I'm gonna fetch here for a Steam Vents tapped. Question is, do I double bolt? I think so. I think I just double bolt here. Because if we... I don't know. Now Faithless Looting wouldn't be a draw if we double bolt. I mean, if we draw Snapcaster Mage, bolt still clears it. But if we draw... Like, if we draw K-Command or something... No, that still doesn't do it. I'm gonna hold the bolt. Yeah, Spire Bluff. Ugh. I'm definitely gonna hold the Spire Bluff though. Now Faithless Looting is, I don't like non-attractive decks, Tron, Scape to Dredge, Living End. That's fair. I think in a healthy metagame you're going to have some number of those decks, but I agree they're not super fun. Alright, well, can't do anything about Thing dying. Do we bolt now? Because now K-Command wouldn't be so bad. Yikes. So the reason I'm playing my land out here, because K-Command off the top would let me cast Reveler. Uh-oh. Am I dead here? Supreme Will. Oh, that's spicy. Yeah, we're dead. I'm kind of playing it out because I have like a 2% chance, but we're dead. Like, they could whiff on the Supreme Will, technically. You know, we could top deck like some crazy chain of cards. Anything could happen. Anything. Oh, look, there's a K-Command. So I guess we are definitely running into a counterspell here, but it's better than dying. So we could return Snapcaster Mage, clear Ugin, but I think I'd rather get the Bedlam Reveler. Yeah, actually, maybe I do ping down Ugin anyways, even though I can make him discard a card. That way, alright, looks like they're going to counter this. Alright, buddy. Alright, it's over. We're done. We're done. So, Tron, we can expect things like Relic of Progenitus, so let's go ahead and cut a couple Bedlam Revelers. We can bring in the Molten Rains. We can bring in the Surgical to pair with the Molten Rains. I know that's kind of a loose strategy, but I don't mind it against Tron. We have a lot of cards to take out. Collective Brutality and Dispel both... Oh, Ceremonious Rejection, almost forgot about that. Dispel has uses against Blue Tron. Collective Brutality does too, but it's a little less efficient, so we can put that on the side here. And we might want to bring in Crackling Drakes as some extra threats if we do expect some graveyard hate. Even a Braid could be reasonable. Anyways, let's go ahead and cut Fatal Push. Definitely not excited about that. I'm going to cut at least like 3 Lightning Bolts. Yeah, I like Drake. I like a Braid. I'm just trying to figure out like how many of these cards can we actually fit in here. Definitely want like maybe just like 1 Bedlam Reveler. We can trim a couple Manamorphose because we're not really going to go all in on like the Bedlam Revelers. Definitely want the Molten Rains. Like, we might just win this matchup by like Snap Rejection, Snap Dispel. And I kind of like cutting... I know like Bolt has its uses and actually like providing a clock, but... Yeah, and maybe 2 Dispel is too many. Like... At most, we're not going to be playing through that much counter magic, especially because we have so much discard. Yeah, I think this is pretty reasonable here. I have been away. What's going on? We're down a game against Tron in round 2. We beat Amulet Titan round 1. Let's go ahead and run it. Kind of a pile, but it's my pile. Yeah, we're only on round 2 and it's already 10. I thought I was gonna get through 2 leagues today, but maybe we're only gonna need to put a clock on them for sure. I might even just like flat. Speaking of clock, God, this hand is miserable. This hand is absolutely miserable. A little more playable. Just a little bit. Yeah. I don't know, one of my favorite things about Modern is like deck ownership. So Gemstone Cavern? Say what? Alright, let's go ahead and the old Thoughtseize. Thirst for Knowledge, Trinket Mage. Probably just take the Trinket Mage here. We can dispel the Thirst for Knowledge. Trinket Mage could get them like an expedition map or something like that, and you know that could get them get Tron going. Here comes Yours Is Mine. Another land, perfect. That was sarcasm. All right. Yeah, the beauty about Modern, what I was saying before. What year is it? Dude, Mono Blue Tron had a crazy, like, I don't know if resurgence is the right word, but, you know. Some of its most prominent pilots had success with it on Magic Online. White Green Emeria. Dude, I love White Green Emeria. That is a deck I have had a lot of fun brewing with in the past. Surgical Extraction. Perfect! Alright. So if we draw our Molten Rain, could get there. Could get there. So we definitely dispel the Thirst for Knowledge here. I don't think we can afford for our opponent to basically go off on us. And we saw a few Field of Ruins, and our life total is not that important, so we're gonna fetch accordingly. Let's get a Steam Vent. So Tron, but we don't get Ancient Strings or Silver Scrying. Wow, seems great. Dude, counterspells though. Haven't you ever wanted to, like, I don't know, play Tron and counterspells at the same time? Okay. Treasure Mage. Gets a Worm Coil. Worm Daddy. Alright. No fourth land. No fourth land. That's good for us. I don't think we abrade here. Oh, right. Combo! Sorry. Excuse your ears. We definitely do this main phase, even though we could hit a Tron land that they draw. We don't want to run into counter magic. Look at that. Twin assembled. No, I am the one who makes them counter me. Yeah, you're a burn player, Jordan. That's... Alright, so what are the chances they... I kind of want to hold this land for future Faithless Looting, which is why I want to, like, not even potentially run into a Condescend by, like, playing out the land. They could have, like, negates and stuff. I'm just going to go for it right now. I know it's a little, like, you know, iffy, but... So, let's see. Definitely want to hit all the ones from the deck. Let's also take a look at their deck while we're here, right? Let's see if there's anything spicy. There's a Spellskite. There's Trinisphere, which we saw game 1. They have Chalice of the Void, which we should be aware of. One Relic. That's not Monastery Siege. That's pretty spicy. Anyways, Negate, Oblivion Stone. Very few win cons here, right? Ugin, Wormcoil, Walking Ballista. Alright. And their hand is not great. Right, I think that gets revealed for me anyways, so... Right, we've exiled all of them. Yikes, so Ratchet Bomb and something else. You guys remind me. God, I've already forgotten. What was their other card in their hand? Ratchet Bomb, Wormcoil, Repeal. Faithless looting. Okay. Great. Great start. Hopefully we find some gas here. Metamorphose. Okay. Kind of want to upgrade the treasure mage because it is a clock and we don't want my opponent to repeal it for value. Hopefully I'm not running into like a counter spell here that I saw last turn. No, all right. That would have been a punt. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What do you got for me? Maybe they're just going to play out the Ratchet Bomb. Walking Ballista. Okay. Well, no. I don't know if that was in their hand. That's actually kind of scary. Another Molten Rain. Exciting. I think we actually go Metamorphose first. We'll make a red and a blue. Red and a blue. Inquisition. I think we can wait on that. Just go ahead and slow them down here. This means they're going to be a few turns off of activating this ballista. I think it was the Walking Ballista. Alright, cool. There's Academy Runes. Alright, no artifact in the yard though, so that's good. We don't actually have much removal for this Walking Ballista, do we? Just kind of try to put blockers in its path. Ratchet Bomb, sure. Bedlam Reveler, wow. Is that just the perfect draw? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's just like the perfect draw. Oh, man. Sometimes you have a 1-of in your deck and you draw it. Heart of the cards, people. Listen to me. Heart of the cards. Oblivion Stone, repeal. I kind of want to take the repeal. How crazy is that? They have Academy Runes if they ever want to get Oblivion Stone back. I'm looking forward to taking this repeal. It means they can't bounce their Walking Ballista for free in response to potential removal. Alright, the journey to a bunch of counters. Here we go. Oof, that was good. Those were good hits. Or just have like 30 cards that all do the same thing. I will convert you one of these days. I don't think you could ever convince me to play to play Tron. Oh my, I mean to play Burn. That's oh nope. Oh, you can forget that. So we'll just end step Thought Scour here. Spellskite, huh? Is that worth a Ceremonious Rejection? We know the two card. Well, we know one of the cards in their hand. Spellskite is kind of annoying though. And we have Snapcaster Mage. If we hit another blue eventually, like yeah, I think I'll just take this here. It's gonna be a while before I find another reasonable target for that. And it could actually block the Bedlam Reveler. Serum Visions, huh? Okay. I think I'll just attack here. Again, I'll hold up Thought Scour. I'd rather Serum Visions after I Thought Scour so I don't ruin any scries and things like that. Okay, opponent goes down. Doesn't block, doesn't attack, but doesn't block with Ballista, so that's very interesting. Obero. Alright, can't destroy that land. So we know 2 of the cards left in my opponent's hand right now. Thing in the Ice. Discarded 2 lands. I would have loved to hit one of those islands. Love to hit. Another Snapcaster Mage. No double blue. So the question is, do we go... Like, Snapcaster Mage doesn't accomplish much. We could Faithless Looting to get rid of some of these Snapcaster Mages. We could also just go Serum Visions, try to hit a land in the next couple cards. If my opponent has like a Condescend here, I think that's also fine. This is a little inefficient. We've been a little bit inefficient the past couple turns, but the thing is, Snapcaster Mage does not accomplish much anyways. And Thing in the Ice just runs into... Ugh. Well, these are both good cards. I actually want to keep both on top, don't I? I think I want to discard 1 Snap, 1 Thing in the Ice. Cast a Thoughtseize here. Oblivion Stone, Wormcoil. I guess they have this Oblivion Stone here, right? That's kind of annoying. But I think just want to take the other O Stone, I guess. Wormcoil is going to be at least 2 turns. Let's just... Although maybe I'm supposed to take the Wormcoil just because... Yeah, they want to put counter on Ratchet Bomb. That's fine. So they kind of have to block with Walking Ballista here. Yeah. Ping me for 1. If they top deck a land here, they're in a pretty reasonable spot. Might force us to have to Snapcaster Mage Thoughtseize. I'm not sure. Alright, looks like Trinisphere. Okay, Trinisphere is not that scary at this point in the game. Wow. Molten Rain as well. Molten Rain just sets them back so far. And Kolaghan's Command is also a removal spell now in case they do top deck another another creature to block with. Monastery Siege. Spells your opponent's cast at target you or oof. That's kind of annoying. Okay. I guess Trinisphere plus Cons. Oh, they chose Cons? That means they're just dead, right? Yeah. So, anybody who might be new here, go ahead and hit that follow button if you're interested in the stream. That would really help me grow as a streamer. My schedule is Mondays and Thursdays, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Kind of liked our configuration that game. I don't know if I'm going to change much here. Maybe another Reveler. We saw their deck. They only had 1 Relic as their graveyard hate. So I kind of don't mind another Reveler just as like some gas. Maybe we could cut a Thing in the Ice. Like, it's a threat, but they have like Ratchet Bombs and things like that. Doesn't excite me to like play a Thing in the Ice and then have it like bounced or things like that. Maybe I'm just supposed to cut all the Thing in the Ice, but I don't want to get destroyed by like graveyard hate too much, you know. All right, that's a hand. That's a hand, all right. On the draw, it's a little bit sketchy, but there's the relic. All right, so got the Crackling Drake for the relic draw. That's nice. I'll go ahead and yep. Okay, their hand is real bad. We definitely take the Chalice of the Void here. Yeah, if we can play this Crackling Drake on time, yeah, Drake MVP. I'm excited. Ah, they hit the blue mana. What a lucker. So I definitely think we want to take the Condescend out of my opponent's hand here. Don't need to run into that for no reason. And here I'll get a Steam Vents, cast my Serum Visions. Thoughtseize and Molten Rain. I want both of these cards. I like Thoughtseize because it hits the repeal. I like the Molten Rain because it obviously slows them down. How many Thoughtseize is too many Thoughtseize though? I don't know. This is good. All the Thoughtseize, all the Thoughtseize. Hopefully my opponent feels like they have to crack Relic eventually, which means that might unlock a future Reveler down the road. Let's go ahead and just get rid of the Serum Visions. They play the Gemstone Cavern. Alright, so they don't run out the Oblivion Stone. That's very interesting. So I know they have Repeal in hand. Definitely want to take that before I run out my Thing in the Ice, which is the main issue. I could just go Manamorphose to make black. Gets me closer to a land as well. I mean, it means this Thing in the Ice is going to flip much later, but doesn't mean I get to shred my opponent's hand, essentially. I think that's going to slow them down quite a bit. Wormcoil. Not too scared about Wormcoil right now. Repeal is the most annoying thing. And then I guess we take the O-Stone because it's their only other playable spell. Now the issue is if they just luck themselves into Tron here, this Wormcoil is a problem. But I think just stranding them with a Wormcoil in their hand is fine. Yeah, there goes Relic, as I expected. If we can land this Drake, Thirst for Knowledge. Opponent probably digging for some lands here. I wonder what they discard. You know, we're in a position where we need some lands too, right? I think that's kind of a problem. Alright, they discarded the Wormcoil Engine. Let's see if they hit a Tron land. No Tron land. Ooh, and we've hit a land. The question is, do we save that land? They didn't play a fourth land. So what did they keep in their hand? I think I just run out the Thing in the Ice this turn. I could easily blow up a land here, and that could put us so far ahead, but I think my opponent is in a position where they have to, yeah, they have to like cast spells. They can't sit back, especially if they're missing land drops. Although my opponent like basically replenishing their entire hand with Thirst for Knowledge is kind of insane. So hopefully we'll be able to like tempo them out of the game. And the fact that they've blown up their Relic at this point is real good. It means we can maybe even Snapcaster make Molten Rain down the road. Yeah, Tron. These are the Tron games. All right, discard a Spellskite. Please. All right, that's an island. Wow, and we hit a land. So do we just play Crackling Drake here? I don't know, they can't be right. We probably should try to slow them down. Like, we can play this Crackling Drake later, I guess. I don't know, maybe we just need to apply a clock. I just want to slow them down. Alright, there's another island. Maybe that was just the turn to resolve Crackling Drake. I guess I'm going to go for the Snapcaster Mage here. Because if they don't have a counterspell right now... Okay, so that worked. Hopefully I still have a land to fetch up here. I actually don't remember. Yeah, we got plenty of lands. Let's get another black source. Definitely not just targeting the Obra. Let's target the island here. Yeah, alright, so they have a counterspell. As I expected. Negate. Alright, that's better than Condescend, because it means it's not fixing the top of their deck. Take them off blue. Yeah. Like, I could deal 2 extra damage with Gemstone Cavern, but... Alright, main phase Thirst for Knowledge makes me think that Crackling Drake is probably going to resolve, which is real good for us. I think one of the best sequences we can do here is like Crackling Drake into Thoughtseize. If they have a Disdainful Stroke, that's going to be kind of scary. But now we have multiple like potential clocks in play, and we just have to make sure an Oblivion Stone doesn't come down. Or that we can kill our opponent before an Oblivion Stone comes down. Let's see. I wonder if there was that turn where I could Molten Rain or play Thing that I should have played Molten Rain to keep them off 3 mana. They discarded a Walking Ballista. They played Expedition Map. Alright. Looks like they're building towards Tron. Another Molten Rain. My gosh. Oh, man. Am I crazy? How crazy am I for doing this? No, I think we need to just resolve our threat. Another land. We could hold that actually for Faithless Looting. So them, oh, Urza's Tower, wow. So this is scary. This is the potential Wormcoil turn. If we draw like an Abrade, could we fight through a Wormcoil? I don't know. Like a Ceremonious Rejection would have been a real nice draw off of this Delta. I kind of want my opponent to play out an O-Stone or something. Well, actually, O-Stone here, if they have O-Stone plus another land already in their hand, that would be pretty good for them. I wonder if like my sequencing this game was off. Like if there was some way I could have prevented them from coming back into the game after they were off on so few lands. Our opponent's trying to decide how they're going to play this out. Because next turn is going to be scary. Next turn, if they crack the Expedition Map and we don't get rid of one of their Tron lands, we're in trouble. We're in trouble, alright. Opponent passing the turn makes me really uneasy. Really uneasy. Surgical extraction. Yikes. What do we do with that? What do we do with that? We could hit Urza's Mine as our opponent is cracking for it. That's kind of spicy. Let's go for the tower, I guess. Tower of Power. Actually, we could kill them this turn, can't we? If they counter this Molten Rain. 1, 2. Condescend for 3. Ugh. If I had played out this land, that would have forced them to... Oh man, and now they could have Cyclonic Rift too? Okay. Maybe I was just supposed to play that land. That feels really bad. But I think we still go for the kill here. Oh no, Thing of the Ice will bounce Snapcaster Mage. Oh no, but 9 plus 7 is still lethal. Oh my god, it bounces the Drake. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, I'm throwing the game. I just completely threw the game. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yikes. Yikes. Oh, wow, that worked. Okay, I guess that worked. Oh, God. Opponent didn't search Expedition Map in response, which was, I guess, good for us. Now that puts me so far off from a kill. Opponent's hand is O-Stone, Treasure Mage, Worm Coil. Okay. So we could still have a kill here. We could Surgical Extraction the Worm Coil now. Oh man. All the wrong things I could do that turn, I did them all. I hate you, Dylan. I hate you so much. Alright, they have Academy Runes. Alright. They can play O-Stone here, plus Treasure Mage, which could set up for survival. Treasure Mage. They could also get Mindslaver here. Yeah. So Bolt is... well, we don't have Bolt. Cake Command is still in the deck. Yeah, O-Stone. Expedition Map. Last card is Mindslaver. Bedlam Reveler. Yikes. Ugh. Obviously, I'm not going to play out the Crackling Drake into an O-Stone. I meant to do that. Yeah, totally right. So now they have to crack O-Stone here. I mean, they can crack Expedition Map first. Looting. All right, so start with an attack. Opponent's gonna be forced to blow up the board here. So they can Academy Runes back the Oblivion Stone, play it, and cast it, but I don't think there's like any other line here. Walking Ballista. Oh, okay. Well, actually, this could mean we can draw into Inquisition still. Faithless Looting. Metamorphose. What lands? Do we still have a mountain in our deck? So we have to discard these two. Or no, I guess discarding these two gives us more looks. Oh no, now I'm just extra dead. I punted this game away. Yeah. Oh. God, that feels so bad. I just spent what? 22 minutes of my time, 23 minutes of my opponent's time just to punt that game. That feels so bad. That feels so bad. Well, I love you, Dylan. I love you, but I was like next leveling myself. I was thinking too far ahead. And I think the surface level plays were fine, and I was trying to like create some sort of plays that were convoluted and obviously incorrect. That just goes to show like the game's not over till it's over. Like my opponent played it out. I gave them the opportunity to slide back into the game, and that's just how it goes sometimes. We have our good ones and our bad ones. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. At this rate though, we're definitely not getting through 2 leagues. Yeah, it was a long one. It was a long one. Thanks for the kind words, Dylan. I appreciate it. I appreciate you hanging out here, buddy. How are you doing? Talk to me, Dylan. You know what? Maybe we'll restart Magic Online while we're chilling here. Magic Online can survive one more game. About to queue up some Grixis Death Shadow. That's sweet. That's sweet. Love that deck. Hope it serves you well. That's a Sneep. Yeah, this is a great hand. Elves, eh? Elves. So I could just take the Heritage Druid here. That's probably the most correct play. I could take Lead the Stampede, but I don't know if I really care about that at this point in the game. So here, as long as they don't top deck... Is that the land they drew? It is, isn't it? So... let's just go ahead and Thing in the Ice here. Sure. Wow. That's a good draw. I think I'll lead on Thought Scour, target myself. Thought Seize. So like if we hit a Manamorphose there, it might have been worth to cast it, but as it stands, I think I just cast Inquisition here. I think I just take Lead the Stampede. I think it's the scariest card that my opponent has. And we can bolt something in response to something, so. Alright, so Canopy it is. Let's go ahead and bolt that. And here I kind of want to go Snap Inquisition. Although, maybe I want to go... So Thoughtseize will get their Collected Company. Yeah, maybe... Oh, God. This is like the value play, but maybe I just don't need to do the value play right now. Maybe I just need to apply this pressure. Get their Coco, which is like their one way of get. Well, they have double Coco. Okay. I guess I could have Manamorphosed first. Alright, Elves of Deep Shadow, sure. Doing it delete. Okay. Fatal Push is a good pickup here. I think I'll start with a swing. This is Grixis Reveler. No Drakes. Like, no Phoenixes. So here I'll make blue, red. I'll cast Snapcaster Mage on Thoughtseize. I'll rip Coco. Opponent's left with a Shaman, and I have Fast Clock. I have a removal spell as well. Opponent drew a Forest. Sure. Domi for 3. Interesting. I'll snap up that trade. Looting here is not bad. I'll lead on that. Interesting that they didn't crack the Horizon Canopy in response. Elvish Archdruid. Yikes. Okay. You gonna attack me here? I guess now is the time to Thought Scour. Okay. That's pretty good. Wow. Bolt. K-Command. I think I just K-Command. Return a creature. Deal 2 damage. So I'll return Snap. Kill the Elvish Archdruid. I'll swing. And now just a Shaman of the Pack kills me off the top, I guess, and Collected Company and all that good stuff. But my opponent has very few draws that kill me here. Alright, this is not my day. Not my day. Anger of the Gods, Abrade seem pretty fine. So does Collective Brutality. Dispel is interesting against their Cocos and their Chords. This matchup, I don't expect much graveyard hate. Definitely don't want these Molten Rains. I like most of the core of the deck, so I don't wanna you know, cut too much here. So maybe these Dispels just aren't worth it. Cut a couple Revelers just because we're going to be the control deck in this matchup. And I want to find room for these. Yeah, maybe I trim like a Manamorphose and like a Serum Visions just because I want to be interacting in the early turns rather than cantripping. That's kind of the rationale there. And Thought Scour at least lets us hold up mana, fuels the graveyard. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I probably just sequenced that game wrong. So we have Bolt, we have Manamorphose, we have K Command, we have Faithless Looting. I think that's a keep. Heritage Druid, so I'll let that resolve. I want to preserve my life total here. Let's just get a Steam Vents tapped. I'll shock it in now, but I can bolt the Heritage Druid in response to like a Dwinnen's Elite. Sure. So let's Thought Scour myself. Bolt that. Elves is in. Fatal Push. How much do I wanna? So maybe I can burn one of these. Whoops, undo. So I definitely want to make one black mana at least, and maybe I want to make a blue as well. Drew a Steam Vents, also quite nice. So I kind of want to Thought Scour myself here. Draw another K Command. Again, just going to try to preserve my life total. Slow them down a bit. This could be a Dwinnen's Elite here. Yeah, that's not bad at all, especially if they have a Heritage Druid. Yikes. Alright, so we can kill that at the very least. Oh my god. Alright, that, you know, sometimes you just top deck like a god. Sometimes that's all you need, folks. Sometimes that's all you need. Now, we still need a clock, right? We haven't won this game, but my opponent's just like, okay, alright. The Magic God smiled on me today. Just for this one day. This one game. Yeah, I think our plan is pretty reasonable. Like, Manamorphose is a little awkward, but it could lead to some blowouts with Thing in the Ice. I just don't want to have too much air in the deck, right? Because like Faithless Looting plus Manamorphose is just air. It's not interaction. So maybe one less Manamorphose, one more Serum Visions. Serum Visions actually helps us find cards like Anger of the Gods. Yeah, you just top deck like an Angry God. That's sometimes all you need, right? Sometimes it's all you need. I'll take it. I'll take it. This hand is not very interactive. We have Reveler, we have Thought Scours and such, we have Snapcaster Mages, but we don't have a Bolt to pair with a Snapcaster Mage. I'm actually going to mulligan this hand. Yeah, that's a little bit better. No black mana, but we have the Manamorphose and we have the Thing in the Ice, so might be a little too slow. We'll see. Depends what the top of our deck looks like. Okay, so definitely going to cast this Serum Visions Bolt. Bottom the Looting, top the Bolt. Next turn, that's going to let me go Manamorphose into Push plus Bolt if I need it. See what my opponent runs out here. Another Elvish Mystic. Okay, so far just little critters. All right, now here comes the scary stuff. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. I guess I just play Thing in the Ice and hope I'm not dead next turn. They have a payoff? I don't want to like burn Push and Path and Bolt on their small critters when they have so much mana and no payoff, right? So they could have just kept this hand on the idea that they'll top deck payoff, or maybe they have a Cord, which is a little slow. Zuri, okay. Zuri doesn't kill us here, and we can kill the Azuri. So let's go ahead and start here. We'll make red black. Oh man, if we had one more 1-mana spell. So we definitely want to get rid of one of these black spells from our hand. The question is which one. So they can, right? They can pump Azuri here to get out of. Whoa. Hopefully they don't have like a Court of Calling here. That would be kind of crazy. Okay, and now I think I want to collect Brutality, escalate, reveal their hand. Target creature gets -2/-2. I'll discard this Fatal Push. Alright, Shaman of the Pack. Okay, well, I'm going to take a bit of damage here. That's another Elvish Mystic. That's a Shaman. Deals us an extra damage. Domes us for an extra 2. We go... I guess we can block. Bedlam Reveler. Alright, that's not a bad draw. The question is, do we go snap... We probably go snap Serum Visions here, right? Yeah. Alright, we bounce. Thoughtseize, oh, gosh, we kind of need mana. All right, another land off the top of my opponent is really good. It means I'll be able to play out all 3 of these dorks. Alright, we still draw the Thoughtseize, so that's actually, like, it could be good enough. I'm gonna do black, red. So what's in our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I could Thoughtseize into a Bedlam Reveler. Yikes. Okay. Now we have 2 clocks. My opponent doesn't really have any good attacks. They're blocking. So now they need to top deck while we're attacking on the ground. Another elf that we knew about. Serum Visions, let's go ahead and lead on that. Gives us a prowess trigger. Alright. Yeah, sure. So if we attack with all, is there any way we get massively punished? I don't think so, and I think we want to just accelerate this game. Guess Shaman of the Pack kind of punishes us, but again, we gotta force some damage through here. Oh no. Oh no. Did they drop Coco? Ugh. Dwinen's Elite, Shaman of the Pack. Yikes, we just died. Creates, yeah. And then, oh man, I don't know. Maybe I just missequenced all of that. You know, that's how it goes sometimes, though, right? I don't pretend to be a master at this game, but I'll definitely look back at that game and think about how I could have played that differently. Like if I hold back a Bedlam Reveler, I still take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I block the Shaman and I take 5. So I'm still dead. I don't know. Hand doesn't have a lot of action, but I think it's still a keep. We have turn 1 Thought Scour. Putting it in mulligans to 6, scries to the bottom. Plays a Sulfur Falls. Interesting. Okay. An expert on shitty blue-white. Why is my opponent running Rattle Chains? That's a card these days, man. It looks like I'm against blue-white control here. So I'll Steam Vents, Thought Scour, Thing in the Ice. Yeah, I guess we run it out. Hope we don't get snared here. Cool. Cool. Okay, so this lets us go for the flip this turn, depending on what my opponent's got in their hand. Alright, looks like maybe a Logic Knot. Negate. Okay. So I think we just go for it, right? We just try to get in as much damage as possible. Put my opponent on a clock here. Hopefully they don't go like Jace down tick. That would be kind of rough. But if they go Jace down tick, we can at least clear the Jace with K command. And now we get into this grindy matchup here. Cryptic command, bounce draw. That's also quite good, I guess. Guess we just play Thing again. Play a land tapped, say go. Why is he running Shadow of Doubt? What? Are you talking about your Rattle Chains opponent? What? Electrolyze, okay. My opponent's gonna like try to bolt it down. Helix it maybe. Alright, bolt. Bolt it is. We can K command it back, make my opponent discard a card. Alternatively, yeah, I kinda like Inquisition here. Yeah, Snapcaster Mage. I can K command back Thing in the Ice right now. Make my opponent discard a card. I think that's more relevant than the 2 damage. I could be wrong because they are a Helix deck, but and I'm gonna hold the lands here for for Faithless Looting. He's running Shadow of Doubt. That's pretty spicy. That is pretty spicy. Alright, yeah, Colonnade as I expected. Gonna Domus for 4. Alright, sweet. So we go like this. Faithless Looting. Let's discard both of these. Cast Serum Visions. Okay. Wow, these are both great cards. I think I'm gonna keep them both. Question is, do I play the land or not? I think I'm gonna hold the land. So hopefully my opponent didn't find a path to exile here. Or to Fairy? To Fairy, okay. Now the question is, do they tick up or do they tick down? They tick down. Okay, that's pretty good for me, actually. I think I can make that work. So I can go Snap. I guess K-Command is not very exciting right now. So I know there's a Faithless Looting on top of my deck. Like, obviously we want to clear this to Fairy. But we want to do it in the, most efficient way possible. If we wait till their draw step to maybe nab their card they drew, that could be really risky because they could draw a counter spell. They could draw a Snapcaster Mage, which would also do it. So as it stands, Snap Bolt might just be the safest avenue here, and still hold this land for Faithless Looting. Because we don't have any other creature to get back with K-Command. Wow, my opponent's just like... Okay. So there goes to Fairy. Colonnade here. Could they have drawn Lightning Helix? Lightning Helix would be insane. That would actually be insane. So let's start here. Oh, Inquisition. Like, I really want to keep that Inquisition, but at this point, like, how good is it? How good is this thing in the ice anymore anyways? Maybe I just discard both of these two. And then I Inquisition here. Land, okay. So my opponent top decks Bolt, Helix. Maybe I just run out this right now. I do red, blue. Red, blue. Blackleaf Cliffs. I guess we hold that. Guess we hold that. And now I'm thinking that 2 damage might have come in quite relevant here. Oh no! No, did they rip it? They have to, like, you don't make this attack without ripping it. What? What? Oh, they still have 1 card in hand. Oh, okay. No more. I guess we try to hit Bolt here. No Bolt, but we have Fatal Push into Reveler next turn. So this is turning into quite the game. So now if they have Negate, So beginning of combat, we'll Fatal Push. Okay. I'm at 1. Do I even play this thing in the ice? Like, is that even worth it? Do I just try to go for the kill here? Another Bedlam Reveler. So a little punish for not playing the thing in the ice, but Bedlam Reveler is a lethal threat, so... Oh man, I baited him so hard. He had 2 mana up, and I know he has a Logic Nut in hand. I have a Gurmag on our resolve, so I play a land and fetch, then he casts Shadow Dart, and I cast my Gurmag. Boy, let me decipher. I have Gurmag on, so I play a land and fetch, then he casts Shadow. Oh, I see. So you you baited him that way. Fair enough. All right, so they could Cryptic tap here, and then still draw into a Snapcaster Mage and kill us. Instead, we draw a Snapcaster Mage. And we'll go for the kill. Wow. That was a close one. I don't know if I played that perfectly, but it is what it is. Alright, I like my Molten Rains in this matchup. I like Crackling Drake extra threats, and Dispels are pretty sweet too. Collective Brutality is iffy. It's actually pretty inefficient at what you're trying to do, so not a fan. Thing in the Ice is kind of, I mean, it's pretty poor in this matchup. Like, you invest so many resources in trying to get it to flip, and then, like, it just gets pathed. Lightning Bolt is also quite poor in this matchup. Fatal Push is okay to kill Colonnades. It's actually, like, our only answer to Colonnade. Definitely want the Dispels. Yeah, I think I actually want to trim. Well, like, I don't know. I don't know how much burn I want to trim. I definitely want the Crackling Drakes. Molten Rain is slow, but actually it might be kind of nice in conjunction with Thing in the Ice. But that's like a pretty intense sideboard plan. Maybe I just cut one. No, I don't know. Push like kind of won me that game. Maybe I just cut all the bolts. That can't be right though. Maybe I just do like 1 Molten Rain, 1 bolt. Fatal Push is pretty unexciting, especially if we're trying to dump our hand for a Reveler. So maybe I actually want to just cut 1 Fatal Push, 1 more Molten Rain. All right, I kind of like the look of that. You don't need 3 Molten Rains for control, but like 2 might be serviceable. Don't think my opponent is on Rest in Peace. Like, Jeskai could be on Rest in Peace these days, but very few are. Alright, we'll keep this hand. We have turn 1 discard into turn 2 Serum Visions, which is pretty good. Alright, couple Dispels here. That's not bad. If we ever get in a counter war over like a Bedlam Reveler. So let's go ahead and start shredding. Spell Queller, interesting sideboard plan. We'll take that Queller. All right, there's the Plains, and there's a Bedlam Reveler. So the question is, do we Manamorphose here? Kind of like that. I'll probably make like blue-red. So start with Serum Visions. Bottom. Top. And then Faithless Looting. Then discard. So 1, 2, 3. Maybe discard and discard. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Oh no, I should have discarded this other Reveler. Okay, well, things change a little here. So I still know 3 of the 4 of the cards in their hand. So I could go for a Reveler this turn. I can make like a black and a red here. Oh my god, I made a blue. Shit. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yikes. That was a mistake. Alright, well. Could have had a Reveler that turn. Instead, we'll be playing it this turn. Snapcaster Mage. Inquisition. They can unload both of the cards in their hand now, so that's not very exciting. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, just make sure I can cast this Reveler, and indeed I can. Yeah, I missequenced. I'm starting to get a little sloppy as we get later into the night, but I definitely missequenced the last couple turns here. So they definitely attack with Queller, right? That's their plan. And I think to be efficient here, I'd rather just use up my mana this turn, even though it's using up a prowess trigger. Okay, so Inquisition. Okay, Serum Visions. Molten Rain, huh? I don't know how exciting that is at this point. So let's discard these 2. Let's play another blue. Again, I'm not very excited about these Inquisitions because I know they already have Helix plus Bolt in their hand. They can fire those off at any moment, so it's going to be really hard to like get one or both of those. So I'd rather use the Inquisition on a turn where I want to force them to burn it. All right, they finally play the island we knew about. All right. Main phase opt. Let's see, how did they scry? They scry to the bottom, always a good sign. Now we can actually snap Dispel, which is pretty good. So if my opponent tries to go like Bolt Helix on my Bedlam Reveler, I Bolt me. Okay. Helix me. Yeah, I think I'll try to dispel that. Alright, they just have a land in hand. I'll play one of my lands. I'll swing here. And now this means the Faithless Looting next turn kind of puts my opponent in a position because they have to block. Or else they risk dying to quite a few things. I'm dying here because I really have to go to the bathroom. That's probably clouding my play a bit. Helix me? I guess they go up to 9. That's fair. That's a super fair play. They put us dead to Bolt with an attack here, or to a Snapcaster Mage. Interesting. Probably want to do a blue and a red here. Bolt. Does Bolt kill my opponent? I think we'll start here. Crackling Drake. Actually, yeah, Bolt does kill my opponent, doesn't it? I know the last card in their hand is a Flooded Strand. And I can actually cast this Thoughtseize. Yeah. That puts prowess up to 9. Sweet. You found that funny quartz. Anyways, we're gonna take a short break here as I run to the restroom. In the meantime, I'll also restart Magic Online as it's starting to get a bit laggy. Magic Online. As soon as this gets loaded up here, and I'll log in and then run to the bathroom. What? Excuse me? Yeah, we might only get to like one match of Death Shadow today. Hey, Hunter! How's it going, buddy? Thank you for showing your beautiful face here in chat. Really appreciate it. We're going to take a short break in just a moment, but stick around. We're going to try to clinch back that 3-2 after punting away a couple of our matches earlier today. Alright, I'll be right back, folks. Alright, what's up, folks? We're back. Feeling a little bit better. Let's go ahead and jump into this final match of the league here. See if we can, yeah, clench, you say, Kappa, right? Clench that 3-2. Played Fires of Modern today. Ready to watch more. Man, that's exciting. What deck did you play? And was it online? Was it in paper? Where were you? What happened? Tell us the story, friend. Yeah, let's go first. Yikes. We'll keep it. Manamorphose is a great magic card. Hopefully Bolt and Inquisition are relevant cards in this matchup. Let's go ahead and lead on Spire Bluff because we're probably going to want a Thought Scour or Bolt this turn. Interesting. Scalding Tarn. This could be Phoenix. This could be Storm. This could be Jeskai. Could be a lot. Could be Blue Moon. Could be a whole bunch of shenanigans. All right. Could be the Phoenix deck. It's quite popular these days. Emulate Titan and Miracles from SCG and GP. Testing with some friends. Gotcha. The question is, do I Thought Scour my opponent here? They put 2 cards on top of their library. How likely is it there's a Phoenix in there? Yeah, I think it's too risky. There's probably a Phoenix in there. Okay, so here, let's just go ahead and Manamorphose. Probably just once. We'll make red and black. Here we're kind of digging for Bedlam Reveler at this point. So let's first Inquisition before we make our decisions, because we don't exactly know what deck we're playing against. Oh man. So I kind of want to take the Manamorphose because it's their most explosive card. Pyromancer's Ascension is also insane, but Thing in the Ice is, you know, insane as well. Pyromancer's Ascension is really good in this matchup. I think we just take it. We have ways to Alright, there's Bedlam Reveler, which is awesome. I don't know how excited I am about Bolt right now, so let's go ahead and discard one of these Bolts. And we'll probably Morphos plus, well, Serum Visions is not exciting, especially if we're planning on like Bedlam Revelering soon, but we don't have to do it right away. So we'll see how our opponent decides to sequence their turn here. They could just jam Thing in the Ice. Yeah, it looks like they just jam Thing in the Ice, which is totally respectable. Our own Thing in the Ice, not so exciting. But here what we can do is lead on Manamorphose, make a blue and a black. Because I don't think we're Revelering this turn, so what we might hit a Cantrip, we might hit, I guess we might hit Faithless Looting, but I kind of just want to hit Fatal Push right now. So here, I think I will just do that, get Inquisition. If my opponent wants to bounce a Snapcaster Mage to my hand, that's probably okay. Looks like they have Arclight Phoenix in hand. I definitely want to take the Manamorphose here, just try to slow him down. 3, 4... Although now this does give my opponent a sack outlet for, or like a discard outlet for Arclight Phoenix. That is something to keep in mind here. But Manamorphose definitely slows him down. And again, we have quite a few answers for this Thing in the Ice in our deck. And by quite a few, I mean literally 2. So we'll definitely draw it. Interesting. So they sleight of handed into... What you got for me, buddy? You know, Lightning Axe, maybe. Just what it looks like. Lightning Axe, yep. Discarding the Arclight Phoenix. So we know only 1 card in their deck anymore. Do they have double Gutshot here? I think that would just be insane. Oh, they don't need double Gutshot. Right, just to get the Arclight back? That's fair. Interesting. So they definitely have the flip next turn, which is kind of awkward, but good news. So I think I want to get an island here. And I want to cast the Serum Visions. Inquisition. A little slow, but it is a spell that I can cast after Reveler, so maybe I'm just supposed to keep that. And again, we're just going to try to dig through our deck as fast as possible to find Yikes. I think we do need to take the bolt here. Either way, they had 2 spells to flip. Maybe I'm supposed to take the Thing in the Ice in the beginning of the turn, but I don't know. I don't know. 2 mana. They have a Manamorphose here. Thing in the Ice doesn't actually bounce Bedlam Reveler back into our hand, by the way, because it's a horror. So, but it does bounce their Phoenix into their hand. So that's, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, because now if they have like a Faithless Looting. Yikes. Oh, no attack. No attack. What in the world are you doing, opponent? So, red. I'm going to make blue and a red here. Blue and a red. Going to start with... Alright, then Faithless Looting. Snapcaster Mage. Nothing too exciting in my hand. Or in my discard. Graveyard. This isn't Yu-Gi-Oh! I could bin Looting Scour. I could go Snap. Something. Alternatively, I actually have quite a reasonable line here. This misses a point of damage, but if my opponent decides to block here, yeah, this is going to be good. Bam! Okay, wow. Did not expect the turn to go that way, but I'm very happy to have played the way I did, and my opponent to also have played the way they did. Alright, no Faithless Looting for my opponent. So we know one of the cards in their hand is an Arclight Phoenix. Thought Scour, they hit. No Arc. Alright, so they have the Faithless Looting. So that's double Phoenix. Yikes. So now we're on a 2-turn clock here. That is not very good for us. So we dealt with 1 threat only to get smacked by 2 others. At this point, I don't know how good black mana is. I think we just want to, like if we hit cantrips, we want to be able to cast them. Yeah. Thing in the Ice, yeah, alright. Wednesday I get to play a Legacy tournament though, which is exciting. Also, this deck looks sweet. Yeah, thanks, Hunter. Not going so great right now, but it is a sweet deck. Let's bring in these Surgicals. Wonder if Drake is good in this matchup. It blocks a fair amount of things. Dispel could be reasonable, but I don't like it that much. Collective Brutality could be nice hand disruption plus life gain. So I kind of like these cards. Don't know how great Kolaghan's Command is in this matchup. Bedlam Reveler is pretty good. We might want to get rid of Snow. Like, discard can be so good against some of their starts. Might want to actually set out a couple Lightning Bolts. And then that, like, I don't know, Collective Brutality is so slow. I don't know if I actually really want it. Like 1 Crackling Drake, also very slow. Just want to make sure we can interact and interact favorably. So what Legacy deck do you have lined up for the tournament? I don't know what deck you play in Legacy, so. Yikes, that's a Faithless Looting. If we hit a second land, like this hand would be a lot more exciting if I knew I was building towards a Reveler, but like Faithless Looting here, I think I'm just gonna mulligan. And now we have a Fatal Push for Thing in the Ice. So let's. So I think the sooner we find a surgical extraction in the graveyard, the better. Sure. So that's why I bottomed the Serum Visions there, even though technically it's a spell that fuels Reveler. I'd rather get a surgical in the graveyard for Snapcaster Mage. Okay. Hopefully my opponent has bunch of Thing in the Ices. Okay, well that's, I guess not. We got a follower, Quartzian. Thanks for the follow, buddy. Really appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. Oh, that's a Phoenix. That's a Phoenix. Okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and crack this fetch to save some life. Another Thought Scour. Okay. I think we just wait here. So far our opponent's not applying pressure. This is probably the turn where they're going to try to go off and do something fancy. Faithless Looting. Oh god. How many Phoenixes is my opponent planning on getting out here? That's another Phoenix. That's 2 Phoenixes in the yard. Oh boy. So if my opponent can get them out this turn, we're going to be under quite a bit of pressure. And let's see if my opponent has one more 1-mana spell. So they do. So what we want to do here is, I think we want to fetch here, get a island. Want to Thought Scour ourselves, looking for a surgical extraction. No surgical. Shoot. Now we want to keep searching for that. Yikes. Alright. I think we're pretty dead here. Like, we could have killed one of the Phoenixes and then we're only taking 6. But then our opponent could... Maybe I was supposed to main phase all of those spells. And I didn't even cite an Anger, did I? Anger would have been really good here. And I would have gotten a second red source if I had thought about that. Yeah, and I have Reveler in my deck. I don't know why I fetched up Island there. Especially because I have a Manamorphose, so I can make any mana. Man, so I wonder if we'd done some of that stuff main phase if we would have hit it, or if we were still too far. Yeah, I don't know why I was like, well, if my opponent does it, well, obviously they're going to do it. That was pretty weak. Legacy lands for this event. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pack it in here. That was a rough, I don't know. I don't think I played my best there. But, we're making our re-debut back into streaming. The only way to finish off a league after you 5-0 is to go X3. So before we jump into the next match with 4-color Death Shadow, which we probably only have time for one more match, but Legacy lands for this event. Dang, that's you're a high roller. Anything with Wasteland or Liliana is my jam. That's pretty sweet. LMAO, my Pyromancer opponent just conceded to a non-lethal shadow. Hey man, sometimes it's just that scary. All right, let's burn some play points here. Probably will finish up this league on Thursday, but we'll probably fit in one match here. I think Shadow games go a little bit faster than Reveler, so. Well, I guess we can view the deck. Normally I do deck text, but like, I don't know. Let's just jump in. I'm ready to redeem myself after 2 and 3. After all the punts throughout the day, I think it's time for my stream to get a punt counter. All right, let's just jump in. Okay, that's a good hand. I'm a fan of this hand. Keep. So I don't like the basic here, but okay. Looks like Storm or Phoenix. So hopefully Inquisition can disrupt my opponent a little bit. Show game log. They went top, huh? So I'm definitely going to be Inquisitioning on turn 1, so I don't know if I want to bobble target myself here. Although I guess I can, yeah, actually bobble target myself is actually fine. So, because I have a basic, Stubborn Denial. Do I want Stubborn Denial? I don't think so. I think I need to get Overgrown Tomb here anyways. Looks like it is Storm, so I guess I did want that Stubborn Denial, huh? And let's just check the game log. Did my opponent go top? Yeah, they went top, so they're bound to have some lands. I think I want to take one of these Storm creatures because I have removal for one, but not the other. So let's go ahead and take Baral. Let's cast this Bauble. And I guess it's going to be pretty evident if they... Sweet, we even have Traverse online, so that's good. But we definitely want to get this, yeah, so they drew a Steam Vents there with their top. So much Phoenix online right now, yeah. Sure. So let's take a look at what's on top of my opponent's deck. Another island. Another island coming up. Okay. Sweet. Another discard spell. I think I have to kill this Goblin Electromancer right now. The question is, how do I most efficiently want to play my turn? I think I want to take the Desperate Ritual out of my opponent's hand this turn rather than Traverse. Because if my opponent goes Desperate Ritual, then they can Gifts Ungiven. So I just want a little bit more time to kind of find a Thoughtseize or a Stubborn Denial. Yeah, with Stubborn Denial in mind. This might cause issues for double spelling next turn, but I think this should be okay. Another Street Wraith. But we got to be careful because Grape Shot can just kill us sometimes, but... Alright, Breeding Pool, that makes things less awkward. Alright, so we definitely want to take the Desperate Ritual here. Definitely want to kill... And next turn we can go... Man. Alright, they go Sleight of Hand. You got it, buddy. Play an island, I have to imagine. Alright, Serum Visions. They found a Serum Visions. So we know about, what, 3 cards in their hand right now? Alright. 2 cards. Tarfire. Yikes, that's not exciting here. So, they have Grape Shot in hand. So I don't know if I want to go down to... I think I just want to play Shadow here. It is the faster clock. Alright, opt. So we definitely want that, I don't know, maybe I'm just supposed to keep that Stubborn Denial even against, if they were on Phoenix? Alright, there's a land, so we know they have Grape Shot Gifts. It's kind of scary. Especially if they have a Desperate Ritual also. Alright, no Desperate Ritual, so that's good. Team Battle Rage, okay. That's, it's not gonna happen this game. Yeah, we're either dead or we're dead, right? Here I'm gonna pretend like I've got it all. Like I'm just sitting on double Stubborn Denial. Empty the Warrens. That's a line. Fetch here. Fetch here is lethal, right? Yeah. So let's go ahead and fetch up a Bloodstained Mire. Let's get a Blood Crypt. Swing. Sweet. Okay. Let's go to game 2 here. We have quite a bit of sideboard cards if I remember correctly. I think I was all about the graveyard hate here, but I chose Nile Spell Bombs instead. So let's go ahead and get Stub, Spell Bombs, Skoos could be pretty reasonable. Probably want Push over Tarfire. Probably don't want either of the Lilies or the Kolaghan's Command. I think Gorkland Rampager could still be okay here. Definitely want the 4th Stub. Definitely want some Spell Bombs. I don't know if we need 4 push though, right? We have 2 Dismember. Like 3 push is probably fine. I guess Collective Brutality is also reasonable. I kind of like Collective Brutality actually. Maybe I want to cut 1 Traverse to have more interaction. It's like more Grave Hate. Like Scavenging Ooze is pretty cool too, but the question is, what do we cut for Scavenging Ooze? Maybe Gorkland Rampager is not that exciting here, especially if we're cutting 1 Traverse for more interaction. Like 4 Spellbomb seems kind of excessive, but maybe this is enough. Maybe like 3 pieces of Graveyard Hate. I don't know. Two push, 2 Dismember to deal with their creatures. We also have Discard to take their creatures, although the thing is we don't always want to take their discard. I mean take their creatures with our discard. That makes discard not very good if all it does is one thing in a matchup. Either way, I think I'll go ahead and run it back. I think our deck is generally pretty good here in this matchup. I don't want to dilute my deck too much that our deck doesn't actually work. So take out some of the slow cards, add in some cheap interaction. Interesting hand. Yeah, I think it's a keep. We can't kill a Baral, but we can kill a Goblin Electromancer. Ugh, basic is a horrible draw, horrible draw. Heretic Ritual. Do I stub that here? Yeah, I'm stubbing that. I'm stubbing the heck out of that. I don't want to die here. Mishra's Bauble. Okay, so we can see if we want the top card of our deck here. Traverse. How excited am I about Traverse? I guess we will be able to turn it online next turn. But then what? I don't know. I think we fetch it away here, actually. Just get an Overgrown Tomb here. duress my opponent, basically. Whoa. Whoa. God. Okay, so they can go Manamorphose into Ritual. I think I just take the empty here. Like, they can go ahead and pieces into stuff, but I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, next turn is going to be nice. We'll deploy both of our threats. Yep. Ah, they found another empty the Warrens, but we might be able to just get under it. I don't know. This is going to be pretty bad. Oh, Spellbomb. So they put empty and serum in their hand. Yeah, they're going to have quite a good turn next turn. Either way, we don't have many ways to beat what our opponent is doing, so let's just go ahead and deploy our threats. Kind of just hope for the best here. Might have to leave some blockers back. Is 4-color better than Grixis? I don't have that answer for you, Beach C2. I like the Traverse package. I don't have too much experience with just straight Grixis, but I like the threat density. Yikes, my opponent is just going off over there. Ugh. Brawl, okay, and the Serum Visions. Alright, here we go. Opponent's just giving it to us here. Storm count is 6. That's going to be a lot of creatures. They went top, land, empty. Well done. Well done, opponent. Okay, that's 15 power. We can only block 2 of them. So what happens here? We play Spellbomb. We hope to draw. Collective Brutality wouldn't do it, would it? Classic. All right. Maybe my opponent doesn't attack all. Repeal. Yeah. Do we have EE? No, I don't think I'm running EE today. Yeah. EE would be quite nice here, but I did not decide to prep for that. Unfortunately. If they're on the empty plan, then maybe Scooz is just like way too slow. Maybe I just want to have an extra push to make sure I kill their creatures. Alright, let's try it. This way, if we have push in hand, it means, again, we don't have to take a storm creature. Instead, we can take, like, their payoff. Ah, God, this hand. I think it's a keep. It's both of our basics in our hand, but Inquisition, yeah, I want to draw that. Pretty please. And here we can hold up, I guess we're not really holding up Stub right now. Fatal Push. Ritual, bunch of rituals. Maybe we just take the opt here, try to leave them with some dead cards. Although ritual into empty, I mean, but what's one less ritual? I don't know. They scry to the top. Thoughtseize, huh? Kind of want to just Collective Brutality here because it's the cheaper option, and this lets us keep up, obviously, Stubborn Denial still. I guess we take one of their Metamorphos. 1, 2, 3. So we're kind of itching to use this Fatal Push here. Why not take Goblin? Because we have the Fatal Push. So I don't think that's a very good plan, personally. Death Shadow. Alright, I guess we Thoughtseize now. But we have no pressure, which is the problem. I'm just going to take the Metamorphos, take their card draw. Alright, Serum Visions. Let's see how they scry here. So they scry to the bottom too. That's, I guess, a good sign. Yeah, but like a Tarmogoyf here would be quite nice. I don't think we waste our stub here just to like get Delirium. I think that's kind of risky. Although that might have been the right play in hindsight. Alright, they go bottom again. That is something I'm happy to see. Alright, Stomping Ground puts us to 16. Fetch puts us to 13. Ugh. We needed a fetch there, not a... It depends on Gurmag or Goyf is better, but 4C has much better threat density. Yeah, I enjoy the threat density that you get with... Alright, that's going to resolve. Alright, well, we're going to try to do this right now. Ugh. Yeah, well... No, because we know they have one more ritual, right? So they're using Pyretic. This is one of their desperate rituals. But why else are they desperate ritualing here? Unless they have empty the Warrens. And I don't know if I want to add to their storm here. Yeah, and here comes another empty. God. Nothing I could have really done to stop that. Maybe I was supposed to take a ritual earlier, but... So that means I go to... Like, I can't go to 12. That's the issue. Dismember. So I guess I can fetch now. Get a Watery Grave tapped. Traverse for Tarmogoyf. I don't think this puts us in a position to win, but like... Maybe I was just, like, obviously the stub just died in our hand. Maybe I just completely misplayed the stub. Maybe I was supposed to fire it off early, set up Delirium, get a threat going, because that's how you win this matchup, right? So that's a bit of a... Could have been a misplay on my part. Yeah, we just like, I don't know. MT is a hell of a card. Alright, looks like we got time for one more match here. Hope you're all having a good night. We'll be signing off in about 15 minutes. If you're new to the stream, go ahead and hit that follow button in the top right. That really helps the small streamer like me get going. If you like what you see, you know, I would really appreciate if you did that. But if you don't like what you see, let me know what you don't like. I'm always looking to improve as a streamer, content creator, and all that good stuff. So, you know, even if you got some constructive, Pieces is close second, I think. MPs are best card in the matchup for sure. Pieces is close second. Yeah. And post board they like don't rely as much on their graveyard, so oh man, this is a spicy hand, alright. This is a spicy meatball. Yeah, we'll keep it. We have like Traverse also to get a basic, so not the worst. We could do like Breeding Pool, Traverse, gets a Swamp. Oi. Alright. This is the day of bad matchups, huh? VODs. No, don't really want that. I think we get Breeding Pool here. Traverse for a Swamp. Pass the turn. Alright, we drew a fetch. So we got lands. But we really need like some, probably like a Death Shadow would be nice. Yikes. Yep. I guess maybe I'm supposed to hold up Stubborn Denial for like Sylvan Scrying. I think that's like a reasonable line I could have taken. But like I really didn't want to draw that Thoughtseize. But then I guess I could have just fetched instead. And obviously I wouldn't have had to draw that Thoughtseize. Okay. Another Traverse is really nice. So definitely want to play this out here. I think I want to get a Blood Crypt. Thoughtseize my opponent. I think we just take Karn, right? Even though we can counter Karn, I think we just take it. Because if our opponent just rips another Karn, we're going to feel like idiots. Sylvan Scrying, sure. You got it, buddy. Sanctum of Ugin. Plays O-Stone. Sure. So we could K-Command the O-Stone. We could also just run out Lily like downtick, see if we find a creature. Would have been a much better play if we had like a much more appealing play if we had like a Street Wraith in there for value automatically, but as it stands, so K-Command will get an instant into our graveyard, which isn't bad. This way we can still hold up Stubborn Denial for like Sanctum into Ugin. But the faster we can get a threat online, the better. Alright, Sanctum. Uh-oh. The Karn or Ugin? Yikes. I think we're probably just going to concede to that. Yeah. Alright, post board, we have Assassin's Trophy, we have Ceremonious Rejection, Stubborn Denial. I like all of that. Let's go ahead and cut these Fatal Pushes. Might keep Tarfire in. I like Liliana the Veil. I don't like Liliana the Last Hope. And I don't like these Dismembers. So let's go ahead and get these in here. So we could also think of bringing another K-Command. It's definitely not unreasonable. Question is, what would we cut for it? Maybe that Tarfire. Tarfire enables traverse pretty well. Especially because we're cutting a lot of our like instants, like fatal pushes. Although we're adding in instants like counter spells and assassin's trophy. Maybe K command is too slow, but like the idea that you can blow up an artifact could come in pretty handy. Question is, maybe we just cut this Gore Clan Rampager, because +4/+4 doesn't usually, like the trample is not usually relevant, but the Temur Battle Rage like double strike is more relevant. So let's go ahead and cut the Gore Clan. Keep the Temur Battle Rage in there. Maybe I'm supposed to cut a couple Traverse because they definitely bring in a few Relic. All right, this is a pretty good hand. So we got the Thoughtseize to get us going here. We have Mishra's Baubles to fuel Delirium. What's the top card? Like if it's a Ceremonious Rejection, I might just keep it there. Verdant Catacombs. No, don't really want that, so. Probably want to get Overgrown Tomb here. Let's cast some Thoughtseizes. Wow, that's a slow hand. Let's go ahead and take the Sylvan Scrying. Gonna play a Mishra's Bauble. And I guess I'll just do this now. Well, we have another fetch in hand, so... No, let's just do this now. Because I think the faster we can find a threat. So we know our opponent's drawing a Wormcoil Engine, which doesn't do anything. Okay, Tarmogoyf, that's exactly what we needed in this position. Exactly what we needed. Wow, and a Death Shadow. Yeah, so I think we run out the Tarmogoyf first. Next turn we can go fetch into Death Shadow. Hold up like Assassin's Trophy for something. Not sure what we would hit in this stage of the game. Like, I think I want to save this Assassin Trophy for like right before they're about to hit Tron. Stub, wow, that's a good draw. So let's Blood Crypt. Play the Death Shadow. Swing for 3. Forest, eh? Relic, eh? Ugh, I think I'm gonna stub that. Yeah, Relic slows down our clock a little too much. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by, Dylan. Hope you have a good night. Alright, well, now that we saw the Relic, I do want to side out one of these Traverses, but it's probably going to be a little too late, and I've already hit submit, so... Well, no. Question is, what do I want to bring in instead? Alright, well, too late. I don't know. Maybe like 4 Traverse is a little excessive against Tron. Yeah, that's a keep. That's a turn. That turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Tarmogoyf sometimes is good enough. Unfortunately, no fetch land, which might be able to fuel this Traverse pretty quickly, but... Oh shoot, am I on the play? What? Say what now? Chromatic, Natural Tron, yikes. Guess we take one of their draws. Oof. Oofity oof. Alright. That's an Urza's Tower. That's a Chromatic Sphere. That's a Ceremonious Rejection, so... Not the worst, I guess, if we find a fetch land. Yeah, fetch land would be like a really good draw. We would have a 4/4 Death Shadow with the Ceremonious Rejection up. There's the other Tron piece. Ugh. Come on. Not catching any breaks here. Interesting that they just cycle it right away. Huh. Is this the one that... No, so that's the draw is part of the ability, so I guess we get some damage in. Maybe I'm supposed to deal 2 damage to myself? How crazy is that, right? Because we want to grow this Death Shadow. So that way, even if we draw a shock land next turn, I know this is kind of a crazy play, but it does mean the shadow is a bit more deployable. This is where they go, like, you know, like the fact that we don't have blue mana obviously makes the Ceremonious Rejection a little worse, but you know, we did our best with the hand we were given. Our opponent having Natural Tron. Sweet, doing nothing with Natural Tron. Hers is mine. No, Mishra's Bauble, excuse me. Wormcoil Engine, no! Ah, fetch is 1 draw too late. Wow. 1 draw too late. Oof. Now they could have a whole bunch of things. Like Karn. Ugh. Although Karn's not that good, right? If Karn downticks, it's just killing 1 threat. I think Wormcoil is actually better here. Yeah. Bubble. So, do we want to draw the card that's on top of our deck? Assassin's Trophy. How crazy is that right now? Kind of like it, actually. Kind of like it. Yeah, if we had hit this rejection 1 turn earlier, I think we'd be in a good spot. Ugin. Wow, my opponent attacks here. Temur Battle Rage is lethal, I believe. So I'm just going to go ahead and take it. Death Shadow. Now if they Karn downtick, I can Assassin's Trophy the Wormcoil, and then I still swing in with only 1 lethal threat, but then it still leaves Temur Battle Rage as a lethal draw. Sure. So we know they have Karn in hand. Alright, looks like they're gonna Sanctum, or maybe not. Do they have just like another Ugin here? Alright, Karn is fine. sure. God, if this was a path to exile, poof. So now a K command, might not be lethal, but interesting. Opponent doesn't attack. I think they just lost the game there. Wow. So after blocks, we can Assassin's Trophy. Wow, I did not expect to win that game, but hey, sometimes you got to give your opponent the opportunity to misplay. Wow. All right, so 1-1 in the league. Got that sweet win versus Tron. Unfortunately, we lost to Storm round 1, but it is my bedtime. It is 12 o'clock. I'm going to try to be consistent with my schedule, which means I have to start consistently and I have to end consistently. So, for everybody that's joined me today, thank you so much. I really appreciate you hanging out in the stream and all that good stuff. Hitting that follow button is really awesome. If you missed part of today's stream, which we started 3 hours ago, we played with a Grixis Reveler deck, and now we just did 2 matches with 4-color Death Shadow. If you missed any of that, it'll be uploaded to my YouTube channel as soon as we're done here. And you can find the link to my YouTube channel under the little thing where it says how to reach me. In the description below, there should be a link to my YouTube channel. So go ahead and check that out if you're interested. All of my stream replays get put on there. So definitely check that out if that's something that interests you. Anyways, at least we ended on a good note there, right? We beat Tron. But maybe that's, I don't know. I'm gonna think about how maybe to fix the Grixis Reveler deck for a future stream. I think the deck just like needs Arclight Phoenix, to be honest, to have that extra like power, and then at that point we should just go like Grixis Arclight Phoenix, right? To have that hand disruption. I really do enjoy the hand disruption aspect of the Grixis version rather than the Izzet version. But I know that that's, you know, obviously adding a bit more inconsistency to the mana base and all that good stuff. So that's my take on what happened today, but hopefully you enjoyed the stream. Let's go ahead and take one last look at this 4-color Death Shadow deck that we'll be picking up once again on Thursday, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll play it all the way until 12 a.m. I might have another deck lined up to play that day once we finish this league. But remember, keep this in mind. My streaming schedule is Monday, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Time, and then Thursday, same thing, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Time. So I hope to see you with me next time as well, and take care. I'll see you guys later.